Everybody's going crazy about it. Everybody's concerned about it. It doesn't matter what kind of diet somebody is doing. Everybody is concerned about, where do I get my protein? Where do I get my protein? It's literally the biggest brainwashing in nutrition. And today I'm going to talk about why it is not a good idea to have a high protein diet. Maybe you've seen me talking about that before, but so many people don't understand that important factor. And they always ask, yeah, but what about protein? Where do you get your protein? How do you do that? And the thing is that everybody that is on a high protein diet doesn't realize that this person, that he or she is also on a high fat diet. Now, nowadays, yeah, everybody is doing high fat. Everybody says fats are amazing, fats are great, but is it actually that great? Is it actually that great to have so many fats? And if you say right now, yeah, I'm only eating lean protein, I don't have so many fats, it is impossible, okay? It's impossible to eat a high protein diet without eating a high fat diet, okay? And the biggest foundation on what our bodies thrive on is not protein, it's not fat, it's glucose and mineral salts. That's what our brain, our liver, our cells, our muscles, our bones, that's what our body requires the most. It's not protein. And it has never been like this before, like it is nowadays. Everybody is like, there are dozens of thousands and millions of products that are advertising them under the high protein umbrella. And they're doing it because people are falling for the trap, because people think they're on the safe side as soon as they're doing high protein. But what they don't understand is, as soon as you're doing high protein, you're doing high fat, and as soon as you're doing high fat, you are killing your liver. And it can even happen that you feel better when you change your diet to like high protein, because it's actually the first time you're taking care of a diet in general, and you get rid of your processed foods. And then you feel a little bit better, which is completely normal, because you basically start to eat normal food. Like you stop to eat any chemicals. You stop to eat the processed food, the MSG, the excessive amounts of processed sugar and salt and everything that comes with that, and all the chemicals that are in that food as well. You stop eating that, and then you're feeling better, of course. But long term, now you're probably, yeah, you think like, yeah, I'm doing a diet right now. It's really important to take care of my protein. I need like 2 grams per kilogram. I need like 1 gram per kilogram, 1.5 grams per kilogram, and that's gonna help me. And it doesn't even mean it's only about animal protein. I just want to get this straight. Vegans are protein brainwashed as well. As soon as somebody's going plant-based, the first thing they're concerned about is, where do I get my protein? That's how brainwashed everybody is about that. And you can think you have a very healthy vegan diet, but every diet, doesn't matter what kind of diet it is, every diet that is high in protein is unhealthy, and here's why. The high protein diet is causing you to have lots of fats in the bloodstream, because you automatically also eat lots of fats. If you have a high fat in the bloodstream, okay, that is diminishing oxygen levels. When it's diminishing oxygen levels, and when you have high blood fat, that's putting a strain on your heart, because the heart has to pump harder. The blood is getting thicker. That is forcing your adrenals to produce lots of adrenaline to thin out the blood. And that's why it's really hard for your adrenals to have the high protein, high fat diet. But that's not the only thing. You get insulin resistance from that, because the fats interfere with insulin from attaching to sugar and to tissue cells to open up. That's what's happening as well. Fats are interfering with that process of your cells absorbing the sugar. And therefore, it's really bad for your pancreas if you have high fats. That's why pork can be so hard on the pancreas, because the pancreas have to produce so much insulin to push the sugar into the cells, because there's so much resistance from that high fat. On top of that, your liver has to produce so much bile in order to disperse the fat cells. And the liver is up against so much already. The liver is up against pharmaceuticals, pathogens like Epstein-Barr virus, shingles, strep, herpes viruses. It's up against pesticides, herbicides, fungicides. It's up against toxic heavy metals. It's up against petroleum. It's up against radiation. There's so much going on that the liver already has to work on. But then every time you're eating these high fatty meals, you overburden your liver even more and more, and your liver is unable to complete all of these functions in order to keep you healthy. So can you like thrive on a high protein diet? Yes, you can, even for decades. But there is gonna be a time where you feel it's not gonna work anymore, and when you get your first chronic illness, and then you try different diets and you try different approaches, but you're always trying different diets, but it's always the same with the high protein, because there will be no doctor out there and no alternative practitioner out there that is telling you, hey, you eat too many proteins. It's not existent. And that's actually the very thing that you need to do. That's what everybody should do, actually. But nobody does it. And that's also why we have so much chronic illness nowadays, because everybody is killing their livers. Everybody is killing their livers with their high protein diets. And it's not getting better. And that's why also chronic illness is not getting better. And it's going to get worse and worse and worse and worse. And specifically, if you have chronic health issues, it's even worse to be on these diets, because that means you probably already have an overburdened, sluggish liver, because you have blood sugar problems, you have adrenal problems, or specifically when you have an overburdened liver, you maybe have weight gain, you have energy issues because there's an Epstein-Barr virus in your system, in your liver, that is releasing neurotoxins, affecting your nervous system, causing chronic fatigue and weakness. You have blood sugar problems because the liver is also responsible for that. Weight gain, I already told you that. You have so many issues going on, maybe gut issues. All gut issues start in the liver. How many people have gut issues nowadays? Nobody knows how to take care of the liver in a good way, because everybody is brainwashed with that protein law. And as soon as humanity is not realizing that and is not getting rid of that brainwashing and realizing that it's actually not a good idea to be on these high protein diets, it's not gonna get better. It's not gonna get better. That's why also none of the carnivore dudes is gonna be there in 5 years from now, because you're gonna die from glucose deficiency, basically. All of these dudes, they get heart attacks down the road. And it's gonna be only worse. And we will see in like a couple years who will be still there and who not. But I can guarantee you that every high protein diet, specifically when you're chronically sick, specifically when you have energy issues, when you're on any kind of medication, thyroiditis, Hashimoto thyroiditis, rheumatoid arthritis, autoimmune eczema, psoriasis, when you have these kind of when you have these kind of issues, any chronic illness, you need to recover your adrenals and you need to cleanse your liver. These are the two most important things when it comes to healing chronic illness. And with a high protein, high fat diet, you overburden your adrenals, you kill your adrenals, and you kill your liver even as well, as long as you're doing it. And therefore you're not seeing the results that you want to see, and therefore you're feeling stuck. But nobody actually told you to lower the proteins in the diet, because that's what's getting you probably out of there. And that's what I've been showing over and over again. Why do I have the results? Because it works. Because what I'm saying works. The proof is in the pudding. And if you really need help with your ongoing health challenges, with your brain fog, energy issues, if you're on medication, all of these issues, then I offer everybody a free discovery call. All that you need to do is to go to my website, www.theobergmann.com, and you can book a free discovery call there. We will call you at the exact time for 10 to 50 minutes, figure out if and how I can help you. And if so, we would move to a strategy call. And in that strategy call, we would show you a strategic approach on how you can achieve your health goals, what kind of food supplements and herbs you might need in order to get better, what is really the cause of what's going on. That's the next thing. A lot of people don't even know what's going on. So they're doing try and error all the time for the symptoms. And I would highly recommend you doing that, booking that call, because if you don't take action about what's going on in your body, and if you still do the same thing over and over again, it's very much likely that it's not getting better, or it's even getting worse, to the degree maybe that you can't even work anymore. I've been helping people that could not even work anymore because of their chronic illness to be able to work again. So I don't want you to be in that situation, because that's not nice, to say the least. So I would highly recommend you doing that. Book that call, that it's not getting worse with your health issues, And we see you in one of the next videos. The link is in the description, www.theobergmann.com. And subscribe to my channel as well. Like the video, and we see each other in one of the next videos and in the strategy call. So talk soon, guys. Bye-bye.